Hi, my name is Roy, and in this tutorial, I'm going to be talking about a cappella arranging, and specifically some shortcuts you can take, some keyboard shortcuts to improve your workflow, and you should be able to arrange at least like twice as fast, I think, by using these little tips I'm going to show you. So first I'll just show you like an example. This I'm so into you, I can barely breathe, in which the whole choir kicks in right here, right? And I'll just play it first. Right? So I'm going to give a really silly example. Let's say the altos. Man, the altos, they don't like dotted notes. Of course, this has nothing to do with my real life experience with any singing part. There is no such thing as like just to choose one note length over another. It's just ridiculous. But for sake of example, that's about how long it took to make this, to just change this rhythm. And of course, in real life situation, it could just be that you just want to experiment with different rhythms and see what you like, right? But if you're doing it one at a time, it's gonna take so long. You can see how long I'm taking just to get one of these rhythms out, and I just want to play it and see what it sounds like. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this one at a time, right? And if I don't like that, then I'm gonna have to, if I want to do another rhythm, then I'm gonna have to do the whole process again. I'll show you the faster way. Select everything. Control-Alt-I. This is a shortcut I specified myself. Stands for implode. Now we just do it on one staff. This one's a little trick, I know. Like that. Explode down the other staves. That's it. How long did that take? That must have taken like 10 seconds versus 30 seconds, but I didn't count. I'm hoping I'm not the only person who had this problem where these notes would just be gray for some reason. Or like one thing would happen, I just mash the delete key and my rests look like this now, and I would just have to live with that for several months. Sometimes I would just retype the measure just to get that gray out. But it turns out that this just means that the note or the rest is invisible. And what that means is it won't be printed out, but it'll show up on the Musescore. The shortcut is V. Boom, got my clickbait out of the way. So you press V and it'll mark it as invisible, or it'll toggle it. Invisible, back to visible. Time to show you something actually useful. Let's scroll to the end. So you got all these whole notes, not whole notes, whole rests and empty measures. Sometimes in Musescore it will show up like this, where it has a big 5, meaning 5 blank measures. But what if you want to insert, let's say, a half note halfway into these 5 measures? There's no simple way to do that unless you know the shortcut. Just press M, it's back to normal. M again, you can toggle it however you want, right? And I didn't know that, and I got like super frustrated, and this is just a very tiny detail. My point with teaching all this is that, you don't get frustrated with these super minor things while arranging. Let's talk actual workflow and that thing I did at the beginning of the tutorial. Let's first start by forming a very cool chord progression, yeah? So I'm going to go into continuous view, because continuous view is the best. And I'm going to make this, we are in F sharp minor, which is, I believe, A major. I'm going to start with F sharp. Since we know it's a minor key, that's the 6th of the major root. So for example, A minor is the relative minor to C. So that means since we're on the 6th degree, we can go like 6, 5, 4, 1, and that's like those tend to be the cool chords. Like just learn the theory. Anyways, what we're gonna do, we're gonna press Control down to make the bass note, Alt 8 to put us back into the soprano, alto, mezzo staff, Alt 3 to get the 3rd, Alt 5, sorry, that was like a second or something, Alt 3 again to get the 7th, and Alt 2 to get the octave if you're crazy, or Control Z. Sorry, I think I had that confused. So that's 1, 1, 3, 5, 1. Sorry I got those shortcuts confused. So anyways, we have our chord, right? I'm gonna make this half note. And this is just me showing off my little workflow. So we're gonna go 6, 5, 4, 1, 6, 5, 6 down to 5. This shortcut is Alt Shift down, or like you can do it to individual notes or you can do it to chords. And basically they'll just it'll just slide it up the scale. 3, 2, 1. You get that resolution if you were going for a major feel. And of course, if you wanted these all to be 7s, you would just select the top notes, Shift Alt, or Alt Shift if you want to be fancy. Shift Alt down, boom, they're all 7s now. Isn't that pretty? And the explosion, Control Alt E to explode, Control Alt I to implode. Let's go to Edit Preferences and I'll show you what's up. Go to Shortcuts, type in plode in the search bar, like so, plode. You get these actions explode and implode, and by default there is no shortcut key for that. And it's hidden in the menus, and to me that's really tedious. Just do it like this. I specified Control Alt E and Control Alt I. I just felt that's what it should be. So let's explode it again, and let's talk lyrics. So into you, right? Or whatever we want. Weird instrumental section or whatever. How do we get these lyrics on the other staves? One thing we could do is implode it and explode it. Like that. Lyrics are already like that. But there's another way, and see, I didn't know you can just copy paste it. I didn't know that, and this is just a little side story. I didn't know that, and so see this end chorus here? Originally, I typed this staff by staff. Everyone do wah ah, so baby let's do wah ah. It was 1 by 1. I did it 1 by 1, and that was painful. Let's say you're playing back the song from the intro. I'm so into you, oh I can barely breathe. Let's say you want to skip to the chorus, because you know all the cool stuff's in the chorus, right? Ignore this intro. This intro is weak. Let's go to the chorus. So I'm pressing Control Right or Control Left, or you can just do left and right, but that's a bit slower. So Control Left, Control Right basically acts as your rewind and forward keys. That's the chorus. Whatever works for you. And I got one last thing before I go. This is not a shortcut, but it will, however. It's just a cool tip. It's not even workflow related, but just in case you didn't know, I guess. Like I don't know when my next video will come out, so I'd rather just tell you now. You go to Layout, Page Settings. Now you see how each page, there's this blank page at the blank space at the bottom, and not many people figure this out. That the scaling staff space, you just tick that down 1 or 2 notches, and now you are using the whole paper and you're saving some trees. So I will end my video on saving trees, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and feel free to comment what shortcuts have helped you in the past, and I'll tell you if I heard of them, or maybe it'll help me as an arranger myself. And yeah, I'll respond to all your comments because I love reading them. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.